Extremely unbalanced data set. Wait, what? Paper, we include 21,000 extremely unbalanced data set. We applied random undersampling. New data set after undersampling. Men, 134. Females, 116. Congratulations, you discarded 99% of your data. Send me a DM with the link. No interest in sharing the link publicly, and create a pile on for probably well-intentioned researchers. Extremely unbalanced data set. Wait, what? This is basically 10,000 and 12,000. What's the problem here? Is there a problem here? The paper manufactured the problem. Yeah, the paper manufactured the problem. There isn't an extremely unbalanced... Like, if this was like 10 men, 12,000 women, objectively, yeah, it would be an extremely unbalanced data set, but your methods are just bad. Your methods would have been wrong. Like, you shouldn't go out and write a research paper if you have bad methods. Start with, this is the thing that I hate about academic research that is driven by paper publishing quantity. Your mission is to get as many papers out as possible, perhaps because you need papers for some sort of paper quota related to your promotion and tenure package. Perhaps you need papers required to be published before you submit a grant, because that grant relies on evidence from multiple papers, and you might be trying, or maybe a grant extension, you might need evidence to show that we're working on a problem and we need an extension, and here's the papers that we've currently created, but we need to have more time in order to create more research. Whatever it might be, whatever situation you're in, you shouldn't be skipping fucking steps for money. You shouldn't be skipping steps because of self-preservation. You should do the right science because you're a scientist. You shouldn't be doing the right science for the wrong reasons. When you're a scientist doing science for the wrong fucking reasons, you're just a shitty business person when it comes down to something like this. When you have something like, oh, we have an extremely unbalanced data set, but we did the study anyway, just go back and fix your fucking methods of data collection if you think this is really true. But this isn't true. This is a gigantic data set. You have basically 10,000 people here and over 10,000 here. What's the fucking problem? If you want to dive into the differences between men and women, do that. Make research around that. Why not? We're researchers. We shouldn't try to thread the methods needle before we do the work. Just do the research first. What if there's an interesting story there? And you've truly discarded 99% of your data to get down to 134 and 116. It's not. Do you really think that 1% of your data is representative of the fucking, not just the 20,000 points of samples of data you collected, but ultimately your research is supposed to generalize to the population? Like, literally, you're trying to say this is something, a phenomenon that exists in the world. Whether the world is, like, specific to a small group of people, or whether the world, you're literally trying to say that all people do something, right? It could be as small or as large as possible, but you're trying to say that there's more than just this number of people who are included in the sample, and we're trying to capture all of that. I wonder if they hacked the seed to derive the balance. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You never know what's like, this is wrought with all sorts of fucked shit, you know? Including p-hacking, including downsampling to have, like, specific qualities in your data set that tell a significant, statistically significant story. Like, it's ripe with all sorts of shit. Rife with all sorts of shit. I thought large samples are better than small samples. That is what I was taught too. The closer you get to the population, the true population of the thing that you're trying to study, the better. For me, if I could take all people who have been in Major League Baseball and capture data equally at all times, that'd be great. To some extent we do, because games are tracked, right? We get data from every single player at some point who's active on an active MLB roster. But in terms of these other things, like perhaps we're trying to do data collection that we do in-house on only our players, I wish I had all that data elsewhere as well, but I don't, right? So we have to generalize. We have to generalize their information, and I would love to collect as many people from our organization to do things as possible, but sometimes that's just not possible. Sometimes the data collection methods I use might be noisy. Sometimes the data processing methods I use are not advanced enough. I don't say, out of self-preservation, we have research and we should, like, do things because of my noisy or incomplete methodology and results. Because that's a quick way to lose my fucking job, right? That's a quick way to say, I don't do good research, I don't do good science, I don't create good analytics, because I'm looking out for myself. Because I'm looking for a quantity of work. Just don't do that. Just create better methods. This is you fucking around with numbers and finding out.